Ladies and gentlemen, let me just say that so far, these playoffs have been lit through the first two games in the Eastern Conference. Brooklyn with the upset, that wasn't really an upset because of how, to me, overrated the Sixers have been. It's just one game. Hopefully the Sixers will bounce back. But how about this last game, folks, with the Magic stunning the Raptors in regulation with that DJ Augustine 3. And the game one curse for the Raptors continues. The worst part is there's no DeMar DeRozan, and the Raptors still found a way to lose game one. The game one curse continues in the playoffs. It's ridiculous. I don't even know what happens. The problem with this game was the Raptors continue to let these guys hang around. That's the problem. They never, at one point, the Raptors just let them hang around. They were never able to build separation from the Magic. The Magic stayed in the game. In the fourth quarter, they had different guys score. DJ Augustine led the Magic with 25 points. Shot 4 or 5 from the three-point line, 9 of 13 from the field. Just a great performance, man. Guys contributed, total team effort. The Magic are a top 10 defense. This is a dangerous team. At times, they are offensively challenged, but the Raptors, they just really had their issues. And I gotta say this, man. Pascal Siakam, in my opinion, is the most improved player in the NBA. With D'Angelo a close second. Or you can make a case that D'Angelo should win it too. But I think Pascal Siakam, for me, is my most improved player. That's my pick. In my opinion, he was the most effective, impactful player on the floor. Kawhi was good, but Siakam was doing it at both ends of the floor, man. I thought he was going to, if they would have won the game, I would have gave the game ball MVP to Siakam. Because he was doing it at both ends. And Van Vliet gave you, 16, I think? So, he played well. But Kyle Lowry, ladies and gentlemen, in 34 minutes, yeah, he got 8 rebounds. Yeah, he got 7 assists. But he didn't score. He got no points. And I'm going to say this right now. The Raptors aren't going to go to the finals as long as Kyle Lowry continues with these playoff chokers. It's only game one, and it's only the first round. But Kyle Lowry cannot play like this if the Raptors are going to go over the top. There's no DeMar DeRozan this time. You have a better player in Kawhi Leonard, a more impactful player in Kawhi Leonard. So there's no excuses for Kyle Lowry to once again come up with a horrible performance. No points in 34 minutes. Like, settling for jump shots, really didn't take it to the basket. I mean, I'm telling you right now, man. The Raptors lose. This is why I say that Kyle Lowry is the most overrated all-star point guard in NBA history. How many all-star teams has he made? 4 or 5? And yet the only real series that he really did well in was against the Cavaliers last year. But I don't know. I just feel like mentally, Kyle Lowry, he's not the point guard for you if you're gonna win a championship with the Raptors. I just think he's not a good pairing. Because I just feel like mentally he just checks out of games and it's just like, yo, he just doesn't show up. I don't know what it is with Kyle Lowry, man, but it's not looking good for Raptors. This is why I continue to say, man, we the North. I mean, hey, last year, it's like, I respect the fans of the Raptors. The Raptors have a very good deep team, don't get me wrong. But, people are always saying, this year's going to be different. This year's going to be different. We said that last year, 4-game sweep. And DeMar was just so mentally checked out and so mentally destroyed. You could just see it. I mean, Kyle Lowry, if you remember the face that he made when LeBron and the Cavs came back from that double-digit lead in Game 1 of the semifinals, Kyle Lowry had already the look of a defeated face. If you look at his face, he already said to himself, we're losing the series. Like, that's how bad it was. And I said, you can't have mentally fragile players as your stars to say you're going to win a championship. It's just not going to happen. So, when you mentally have issues, when those bright lights come on and you're expected to perform at the highest levels, especially with the fact that you've made all-star teams, people look at you as like, okay, you're a high caliber player, Again, you make your fame in the postseason, man. So regular season, you make your name. Postseason, you make your fame. So, Raptors will bounce back, so I'm not really too worried. But the Magic, let me just say this, ladies and gentlemen, shout out to the Orlando Magic. They play together as a team. Shout out to the Magic fans. This Orlando team is dangerous. You know, they may be offensively challenged, but defense can win you games. We've always said defense can win games. As long as they can share the ball, play together. I mean, I didn't even like some of the shots down the stretch with Toronto. I also didn't like that switch in that. I'm going to say this. Kawhi hit a big-time shot that put him up 2. And then DJ went down and drove with the left hand. And Kawhi Leonard actually made the right play. It's just because he just missed a shot. He missed a 3-point shot. It was a great look. He drove and he kicked. They got the switch. DJ got the switch that he wanted, pulled up, and shot it right in the face of Marc Gasol when Kawhi was initially on him. The Raptors have to do a better job in their pick-and-roll defense when the switches come. They have to do a better job. It was not great. They were never really able to they let the Magic hang around all game, and that's what the leads changed. Now, I'm going to say this. I love the game. I love that game, man. As a fan, NBA basketball, those are the kind of games I love. Those tight games, man, that come down to the wire, man. It was really fun basketball. That was fun to watch. That was real fun to watch. And then we have this Warriors-Clippers games coming up, and we still got the Spurs and the Nuggets. I'm really hoping that the Warriors, show out. But also, man, if the Clippers can make it interesting, I mean, that'd be great. And ladies and gentlemen, it is DeMarcus Cousins' first playoff game. It should have been last year, but he had tore his Achilles, so he didn't get to play with Anthony Davis last year and Rondo. But this time he's doing it with the Golden State Warriors. But I already know once the Warriors win, it's going to be, oh my God, they have 5 All-Stars. Wait till you hear it in the comments, man. They'll beat if they, let's say they happen to beat the Clippers, and then let's say they give it to them, and then they happen to meet the Rockets. You already know what's gonna happen. They're just gonna say, "Oh, they got 5 All-Stars." You already know what's gonna say it. But then when the Warriors lose, and let's say that they get eliminated, it's gonna say, "I told you that team was overrated." It's like it's always about controlling the narrative when it comes to the Golden State Warriors. That's how much they're hated, by the Warrior haters. That's what it is. But I do want to see difference. Like, I don't mind if the Warriors lose. I don't mind. I really don't. Like, it's like, if you look at baseball, we've had 18 different champions, 19 different champions since the Yankees three-peated. When the Yankees three-peated, you've had a different champion every single year. Like, so that's what I like about baseball. Like, there's really no clear-cut dynasty. Like, everybody's always winning in a different year because it happens to be their time. And as always, as we know, the best team always wins. In the NBA, it's certain circumstances when shit is scripted. But, as in you already know. And we always say, well, the Golden State Warriors are the best team. And then some people will say, yo, but the Golden State Warriors are overrated, man. Just overrated. Can't stand them, man. Like, it's like, yo, are they going to allow this? Here's my thing, man. If the Warriors, people are complaining about what the Warriors are doing. Like I said, the Warriors are doing what they're supposed to do, what any NBA franchise would do. You basically need to draft better. You need to develop better. You create a foundation to where people are going to say, I actually want to play for this team. See, the Warriors did that to the point that Kevin Durant said, I want to join that. And look what they've become with him. So, I mean, that's what the Warriors built. But fans don't like that. They don't like, the haters don't like it because their man, who's been taking LeBron, hasn't won in the NBA Finals in the last 2 seasons after the 2016 championship video. As you guys see, go check that video out, as I did a thorough breakdown on that 2016 NBA Finals through the 7-game series. That was not a great 7-game series, but that's what you got to do, man. That's crazy. And now they're putting up a stat right now saying that the Warriors have lost 15 games down the stretch this season, the most of any team in the NBA season this year. It is what it is. So they're trying to say that the Warriors probably would have won 72 games because the Warriors won 57 this year. So they're trying to say, well, they would have matched MJ's Bulls, and then they would have said, oh, look, the Warriors are the only team to have 2 different 70-win seasons, Yo, ESPN is full of it, man. Yo, they're doing everything possible. Yo, they over glorify LeBron James, and then they over glorify the Warriors too. Don't you? And that's what you got to notice. They overrate LeBron to the highest levels. They overrate the Warriors to the highest levels. I have respect for the Warriors. And despite the fact that, as I said before, I don't like LeBron's antics, I respect him. So in all, if we want to put the ultimate blame, here's the thing: LeBron's not helping himself doing the BS that he's doing, controlling the narratives and doing the collusions with his homeboy Rich Paul. But the 3-6 Mafia don't help because we have to hear about it every single day. So the Warriors-Clippers game starts, I believe, at 8:30. This should be an interesting game. I'm really looking forward for that Spurs-Nuggets. I got the Spurs winning in game 1. I got the Spurs winning in 6 in an upset. Yo, but these playoffs have been lit, man. How about the Magic and the Nets winning on the road? The Raptors better be careful. Like I said about the Sixers, to me, they're overrated. And I got to say this also, ladies and gentlemen. Amir Johnson and Joel Embiid and Ben Simmons. Ben Simmons is complaining about how the Sixers fans boo. Dude, you don't have a jump shot. Ben No Jump Shot Simmons. That should be your new name. I'm surprised you were able to shoot your shot with Kendall Jenner, man. Because if I would tell you shoot your shot with a different girl, you'd be standing there next to who? What was that teammate of yours that got traded? Markelle Fultz? Yeah. And then Embiid and Amir Johnson on social media during the game while they're losing. This is why I say that the Sixers they lack discipline, man, especially from their young players. Which is why I just feel like the lack of discipline and poise, they're not going to go far in the playoffs. They're not going to go far. They're just not. And I feel like Brett Brown, with the way his offense is run, I'm going to tell you right now, that brother got a higgity hush up on out of here, man. He's got to go. Sixers need a new coach, and Simmons needs to work on that jump shot. And that team needs to show better patience and discipline, man. That's why I don't trust him. And I won't be surprised if Brooklyn wins. And maybe the Magic might give the Raptors a good run for their money, because I possibly can see the Magic getting a second game on the Raptors. Because, they just took the home court advantage and they got 2 games in Orlando. I think that the Raptors are going to win in 6 now. I had them in a gentleman's sweep, but I wasn't expecting them to lose the first game. But you know what? Maybe next year I should say, well, we all know the Raptors are going to lose game 1. It's the game 1 curse, LeBron is hovering over Toronto. LeBronto still exists. These Raptors, man, they got to do a better job with these game 1s, man. It's crazy. It's like game 1, you see a ghost and then you just get afraid. But, but it is what it is, man. So, once again, back with another one, man. Stay on that grind, man. As always, bless up, one love, peace. Thanks for watching. Share this video, man. And appreciate all of y'all for always tuning into the Lewis Basketball Network, man. Different times, same channel. Deuces.